Hi guys, welcome to the Agency marketing show. This is called Agency 007, and here we try to dig deeper with digital marketing agency founders to talk about their journey of starting their agency and growing it further. And we'll also talk about the nitty-gritties of running the agency. And also, this is the first episode of season 1 for Agency 007, and we have Vivek Nathwani from Ahmedabad. So Vivek is from Gujarat. So for Gujaratis, the business is in their blood. So though he started as an employee, and so later he got into the digital marketing business. So he started an agency called Social Amplifiers, which is actually present, like it is serving almost within 9 cities. They have clients from 8 cities all over India. And then also in 4 countries, they're serving, apart from India, they're serving in 4 more countries, and also have served more than 70 clients in the last 3 years since they started. So this is something very remarkable, though it's like a 3 years journey, reaching that level and position. And interestingly, one surprising thing is Vivek ji has been able to achieve this feat not doing any PR for his marketing agency, not doing any outreach. That's an interesting thing, though he offers PR as one of the core services. So yeah, Vivek, welcome to Agency 007, and you are our agent number 1.
Thank you, Govardhan ji. It's a pleasure being here, and it's always nice to talk to you.
Yeah, please just give us brief introduction, though I have given I covered it interestingly, but please give a small introduction about yourself.
Sure. So basically, I'm Vivek Nathwani. Hello, everyone. I am the founder of Social Amplifiers, digital marketing agency. We are based out of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and as Govardhan ji rightly stated, we have clientele in 8 cities of India and in 4 countries. Apart from that, just to share a bit about my journey, I've started my digital marketing journey in Bangalore in close to 2016, 2017. And at that time, I was working in an agency where I was the first employee and the only employee, I'll say, for some time. And since the headquarters were out of Bangalore or Karnataka, I was initially been given the role of digital marketing executive, but later on, my boss thought that I'm a Gujarati, so I'll also bring some business. And I was also been bestowed with business development as one more sort of a KPI that I had to look into. In close to 4 months, we got our first client, and then being in a PR agency, which I was working for, I was also been additionally given a task to liaison with media, prepare press releases, and go on media rounds. So gratefully, I got to learn all the things. Digital, I was very much aware, but with respect to PR and business development, I got to learn a lot. And that experience is currently helping me because we provide PR and digital marketing services to all our clients. From core, we are a digital marketing agency, but we believe brand building is an important exercise. And for that, we have also included PR since our clients were looking for that service as well. Post working in that agency in Bangalore, I moved to Pune, where I was working with a startup that was a social media platform only for allopathic doctors. And since it was a closed community of only allopathic doctors, the MCA registered doctors were only allowed to be part of that platform or community. And in close to 5 years of that startup, they had close to 1,75,000 doctors. And within my remaining 1.5 to 2 years span, we reached to 4 lakh community mark. We had community members from India, UAE, GCC, and Malaysia and Singapore. So these were the regions that we tapped into. Apart from that, I was then bestowed with a campaign manager designation. And initially, I was the only one who was part of the whole digital marketing team. Later on, I was told to hire a team, and we had some wonderful team members who collectively worked towards a common goal. And yeah, so that's been about my journey previously. And later on, I moved back to my home state, which is Gujarat. And it's been more than 3 years that we are running this digital marketing agency with utmost sincerity and integrity.
Awesome. So that led to Social Amplifiers, and you're a good storyteller, because whatever we ask you get into that. So I think storytelling is an important skill set or an art when you come to do marketing. I strongly believe in that. So that's something where you told about beautifully about your journey from Bengaluru thing. And just I want to maybe ask something about that thing, because like you say, fortunately or unfortunately, you are the only one employee in that Bengaluru thing initially when it started. So what happens generally is people think that yeah, सब कुछ मुझे ही करना पड़ रहा है यार, ये क्या है. Generally people get into that kind of notion. But you were able to pull off that thing. And what was going through your mind when you're not getting enough responses? Because आपने बोला है कि जब start किया था आप अकेले थे, and still 6 months you were struggling, or till 6 months you were not having any clientele. Then slowly clientele came and all. So during that 6 months period, what kept you motivated, or what was that which actually helped you?
Fortunately, the agency which I was working for in Bangalore, their CEOs and the top management were very supportive. And they all, more than me, who was little skeptical, or who had doubts in his mind, they were very clear. Vivek, you can do it, and we know you are in the right direction, so you will definitely achieve it. You just keep doing it again and again, and you will reach a breakthrough. And that eventually happened. So I believe, especially when you're a fresher or when you're new in industry, you need someone who can give you that moral support. And for me, it was my the then CEO who trusted me with his instincts and vision, and he always appreciated my hard work, and that kept me going again and again and again.
Okay, so that's an interesting thing. So then coming to your next experience, which happened with Docplexus.
Docplexus, yes.
I spelled it wrongly. Docplexus. So it was also kind of very challenging role when we're talking about community for doctors. Terminology of doctors is different, and definitely doctors are very busy people out there. So to appeal to them is again more challenging, because you need to acquire people and you ask people to come on a separate platform. But interestingly, that has something to offer which is specifically for them. But still, it becomes a challenge when you want to ask someone to come onto a separate platform, because people are habituated to using Facebook or Instagram or something. That's okay. But you ask someone to sign in and just log into the platform, that it's a tough thing. So in the journey, what were your key takeaways while dealing with doctors? Why? Because I'm asking this question in the perspective of helping out other agencies or marketers who try to market to doctors. So I want you to answer in that perspective so that they can get some benefit out of it. Ki, what did it click, like how you could appeal to doctors? Like, what was your secret there?
So initially, when I joined, I had no clue how this whole healthcare or fraternity functions, and what different terminologies mean. For example, endocrinology or diabetology. What do they mean, and what do doctors with such specialization do actually? So eventually, for first 1 month or 2 months, there were a lot of trainings and education sessions that took place for me. Since I was nowhere relevant to the medical fraternity, I had no background in this domain. And again, the top management, my vice president, the chief product officer, and my CEOs, everywhere were very much supportive of that. And what happened is, in first 2 months, I got to know the gist and how this whole ecosystem of community management functions. I came to know who are our clients, how does our revenue flow, how can we increase our revenue in the next 1 to 2 years. What things do we need to keep in mind? What are the current trends? What are the current results or benchmarks that we have achieved over the past 5 years? What is the behavior of our consumer community members? Because when you understand their behavior, probably that's when you can create a good marketing strategy around it. So that were the initial learnings. What happened is, once I took the front seat and I was at the driving force, basically, I tried a lot of experiments in terms of content, in terms of design, in terms of campaigns. And that helped me derive at a certain strategy, which was a foolproof strategy that would yield us wonderful results. I'll just share a quick example here. Since we were also in charge of acquiring and retaining community members, as a job to acquire new members in a GCC area, where our cost per lead was close to 980 plus, at one point of time. Within 3 years, through experiment, through content, images, videos, and the ad copy, basically, we got down to 113 rupees. And no one in my whole organization had thought that we can even go below 300 rupees, that is cost per lead. And I was very much sure that 150 tak to pahunch hi jayenge. Although I didn't imagine that we will go down till 113. So this is something that we as a team pulled up, and I'm still grateful to my top management because they gave me full hand. They gave me free hand to experiment with different strategies, different ideas, different approach, and that gave us the maximum result. Apart from that, I'll again say that when you're creative enough and when you want to change something, only your efforts, if they are in the right direction, results will eventually flow. It's like Bhagwan Krishna had told, "Karm kiya, phal ki chinta mat kar." So something on those lines, that if you are doing your work with utmost sincerity and integrity, you will yield results. I'll again share a quick example here. There were certain campaigns that we did for community engagement or retention during my tenure, and we used to spend close to 15,000 rupees on Facebook on day-to-day basis to yield X result. Now, what happened is through experiments, through testing, through trying different approaches, with respect to community guidelines, yes, we were able to cut down from 15,000 rupees a day on Facebook spends to 3,000 rupees a day on Facebook spends, and still we were able to yield the same result. So this is something that I'll say that if your focus is on the right direction, and if you keep innovating, keep trying new tricks and methods, you will get the right result. So this is something that is a key takeaway. If you ask me, that one is complete freedom to experiment. Second is trying different creative ideas and strategies. And third is keep analyzing, because you keep analyzing what you are reaching or what level you are reaching through these experiments. Only then you will get to know if this approach is worked upon, it can only improve henceforth.
Okay. That's a combination. You're trying to find a winning combination out there. And आपका कहने का मतलब मुझे ये समझ में आ रहा है कि you need to experiment a lot and then you'll figure out, क्योंकि आप Facebook वही प्लेटफॉर्म यूज कर रहे थे जो बाकी लोग भी यूज कर रहे थे, but still you're able to figure it out because कि आप बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन करके एनालिसिस करके then you find out the combination, that winning combination, and you stick with it. जब तक वो काम कर रहे हैं, don't उसको छेड़ो मत.
I'll just share one point. A lot of people try same strategy again and again and again, but I would just say, even if the clients are in the same segment or sector, I'll just say, guys, digital marketing is not rocket science. What works for brand A in the same industry would not work for brand B in the same industry. So you keep on trying and innovating, and you never know, you will find 5-6 different approaches which will work best, and those approaches will eventually also help you in other industries and other fields as well. So keep on innovating, keep on trying, and keep on experimenting.
We should not fear to experiment.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good interesting thing you shared about your experience with the healthcare and doctors उस segment पे. Then now we'll start with this thing like agency का बात है तो. So what led to your agency and how did it all start? जो agency का जो आपने start किया है, तो one fine day you decided कि यार अब करना है. Like पहले से mind में होगा, but how did you feel? When did you feel is the right time? अभी ये right time है बोल के आपको क्यों लगा and क्यों आपने मतलब उस समय क्यों start किया?
So I'll just go take a little back. It again started with my Bangalore-based agency where I was working. So initially, I used to pay. I knew my salary. I used to also know that we were not having clients that time. There was X amount of rent that we had to pay every month. So that was recurring in nature. I was also aware what is the Wi-Fi expense. I was also aware what is the electricity expense that we get month on month. So I had a clue that to run an agency, this is the X amount that you need to reach a breakthrough at least, or to reach a break-even point. So that was something that I got to learn in my first agency or my first job itself. Now what happened is, eventually when things were a little rough, I had no clue that one fine day I'll also start an agency. But after deriving success in terms of business development, in terms of client servicing, or digital marketing client servicing, what happened is I got that confidence and I felt like there will be one fine day that I'll start my agency. Now the question was when. Later on, I moved to Pune, and there I got to work on bigger clients, bigger giants, all the pharmaceutical giants, you name it. I got to work on a bigger platform at a bigger scale. So that gave me that much needed confidence that was previously lacking. And since I was too much tired, or say too much exhausted with only medical content, I thought that it's better to go back to agency, because you get to learn about different industries, different clients, and different challenges.
Variety मिल जाता है, मसाला मिल जाता है सब.
वही, मतलब not everyone every day wants to consume the same old pizza. कभी noodles मिल जाए तो भी अच्छी बात है. So that was the objective, and so what better to start from your own home state. So from Pune I came back to Ahmedabad, and yeah, it's been 3 successful years that we are running agency, and yeah, we keep on evolving and getting improved. Yeah,
that's an interesting start, क्योंकि जैसा सबके लिए चाहिए होता है कि यार when your ideas are validated, आपको लग रहा है कि यार मैं अगर किसी एक एजेंसी के लिए इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर सकता हूँ, सो एक कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल आता है, देन यू वांट टू टेक बिगर स्टेप्स. क्योंकि एजेंसी चालू करना ना बहुत लोगों को ना इट्स नॉट सो फैंसी, लाइक जो बाहर से दिखता है. जैसा आपने बताया कि स्पेसिफिकली हाउ मच रनिंग कॉस्ट आर देयर, जो रनिंग कॉस्ट आपने निकाला है, for 1 month this much is the running cost. So you need to figure out, यार ब्रेक इवन आने तक हमको सस्टेन भी करना है. If you also hire people, then you also need to pay the salaries and all. So all those things. So definitely आपने एक सही कैलकुलेशन किया, थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन एंड एक्सपीरियंस आया आपके पास. Then I think you got into this. So that's an interesting move. So now if I just want to ask you about your team, like what how does the Social Amplifiers team look like? What are they? Who are they? What do they do? Numbers and all.
So we are a 9-member team, and we have a 5-member team in our Ahmedabad office itself, and we have 4 members who are working from home. So we have 2 team members in Pune, we have 1 in Mumbai and 1 in Bangalore, and we have a manager for designs and branding, we have a manager for PR, and we have a content member, we have a video animator, and we have a strategist as well. And I also look after all of things simultaneously, because just to ensure that everyone is on the same page and things are up and running smoothly and final as possible. Apart from that, I also manage the business development fund, which basically we never generate leads. Whatever we have achieved so far, clients and everything, it's purely through word of mouth and good work that we have done.
Yeah, I think that's one more interesting secret which you are revealing, where because आपका बातों से भी मुझे क्या लग रहा है कि you value the relationships you build very well. जो आपने बताया नहीं, लेकिन मेरे को आपको बातों से लग रहा है कि you keep that intact, जो भी relationship अच्छा से maintain करना किसी के साथ भी. And I think client servicing में that's a key thing, because कई बार क्या होता है ना, आपका team member या कोई एकदम से blunder भी कर लिया ना, when you're able to do proper client servicing and come back and say purely apologize करके सर एकदम से blunder mistake हो गया, इसके लिए जो कुछ भी करना पड़े हम कर लेंगे. So what happens is like ना sometimes झुक जाना हमेशा मतलब is a good thing, and also you know how to value relationships over everything. मुझे लगा कि that is somewhere आपका retention या client का retention जो है, इसलिए आपका word of mouth में सब चीज चलते आ रहा है. And you're not going to do marketing, मतलब आपको marketing करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रहा है as of now. And service industry में ये भी एक बात है कि service based business में जितना ज्यादा काम लेते रहेंगे उतना ही resource intense होता है. So that is one more challenge actually which is there. So what are the 3 core services you offer?
So we, of course, as our name suggests, we are social amplifiers. So we are digital at heart. So we provide digital marketing solutions. We also provide branding solutions. And since I have expertise, I have also learned PR in my first agency. We also have public relations as a service for all our clients. So these are the 3: digital marketing, branding, and public relations.
Yeah. So in the PR sector, you also told about being an official Hotstar partner. So what are all the things you want to tell about PR? Like what's your expertise, or what is that you can provide in PR?
So we genuinely believe that for any brand to have a brand building exercise undertaken, digital may be a half role that may play, but the other half is what PR that helps in building that image through media channels and media platforms. Now, when it comes to all our clients who have opted for PR services, what we do is we We understand what their objective is. For example, if it's a startup which is looking to raise funds in say 6 to 9 months down the line, we currently figure out what their positioning is all about. Where do they stand in media and which level do they want to reach? And according to that, we create media narratives around them and get featured them in say TUI or Economic Times or CNBCs and ensure that they reach that stage. So when they go to VCs, जब वो VC के पास जाते हैं भाई पैसा दो या when they go for funding, yeah. So at that time they are very much aware of what this startup is all about, what value can they add, and why they should invest in it before anyone else takes that stake. So that's what we try to do. Yeah, so that's what we do through PR. And fortunately, it is always good that. One more thing which a lot of people may aware, because this is a community of digital marketers, that through PR you can also get your social media accounts verified. So if you have been featured in a lot of media and you are a well-known personality or a brand or an organization, you can use the same links to get your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or such social media platforms verified with a blue tick.
Actually वो विकिपीडिया पेज भी मिल जाता होगा ना, वो भी होता है कई बार.
हाँ, विकिपीडिया पेज also basically, yes.
Because विकिपीडिया के लिए definitely वो मांगता है like to have some citations. नहीं तो नहीं देता है. That is something I have actually learned. So yeah, thank you for that. So दूसरा, do you want to name 3 industries which you have proven results, like social amplifiers के लिए 3 industries आपके लिए जो मतलब best है, whom you can do a lot of justice to?
One is, I proudly say that one is real estate. We have done some fantastic work for real estate with clear-cut results of sales. Now in real estate, sales is a huge problem, and getting generated quality leads is again a bigger problem. But fortunately, we have sold 37 sites, 37 flats for a client of ours in close to 6 months of duration. With less than 80,000 of marketing spends. I can proudly share this. So this is something that we have done fantastic work for. Apart from that, we are good in FMCG clients as well. So we have clients in Bangalore which are in FMCG domain, and we manage their end-to-end branding solutions and digital solutions as well. They have close to 12-13 branches, physical outlets. And third being startups. I love startups, and I enjoy either sometimes it could be mentoring or consultation with startups on how to take the digital journey forward. If startups are funded and they want to market it, I'm all theirs, and it's nice to make them unicorn through the right mix of PR and digital. And just imagine how wonderful it would be for an agency. So पहले ओला संभालती थी या उबर संभालती थी या पेटीएम संभालती थी, पर हम बोले पेटीएम आज जो है वो हमारी वजह से. That gratefulness that you got to work with them when no one knew them, and today the whole world knows them. So that's what
you're part of their growth journey. तो growth journey level का मतलब kick होता है like.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think we are near to this end of this. So real estate में आपने बोला भी था, like real estate का आपका जो है, we had some good interesting conversions वगैरह हुआ था. So real estate में जो you try to work with brands who are selling apartments and flats, is that like that?
So basically, we work with developers and brokers simultaneously. And what happens is, and this is what I've figured out in Ahmedabad region, that there are real estate developers and brokers who want to sell the whole site. So it's a 2 BHK property or a 3 BHK property, and the objective is to drive more footfalls to that site. Location, yes. So what we do is we create campaigns that are very appealing. We also create content in regional language. So if you are running, so there was a client in Pune that we ran campaign for. So it was purely in Marathi because the ticket size was such. So we understood that for this ticket size, this vernacular content would play a bigger role. If it's a more posh or a luxurious property, then English would play a key role. So understanding these consumer insights would usually help us to create wonderful campaigns. I'll just share a quick example. For a client of ours, we spent 15,000 rupees as marketing spends to generate leads. In that, we generated 975 leads for them in just 15,000 rupees. Now, as per Facebook India data, which I read sometime back, for a couple of years back, cost per lead for residential category is close to 150 rupees.
Whatever you mentioned is quite cheaper if it is compared.
and then we are getting at 15 rupees 38 paise. So when you have a good chunk of audiences, what happens is it also becomes easier for your client to convert them because they have a huge volume of leads. So from 975 leads, I remember close to 170 or 180 audiences had given a positive signal that yes, we are interested. Close to 80 to 70 number of people had visited the site, and 37 were the ones who actually paid the token amount to book that property. And still, a lot of those interested potential leads are still in pipeline. It's not that it's
in the pipeline.
it's over. Yes. So just imagine, just out of 15,000 marketing spends, you're getting 975 leads, out of which 37 are getting converted. So when you consider the ROI, you believe that this is a fair deal.
It's a strong real estate case study, Vivek. I think that's really great. So let's move on to the next thing. This is the last segment of the total episode, and this is the rapid fire round, and we'll be having very short answers for this. So the first question will be, what are the 3 things which are very important for running a DM agency, digital marketing agency?
I think first of all, good understanding of what digital marketing requires. Second is good team members, and third, I'll say good clients.
Nice answer. And were you ever fired by a client?
Fortunately, no, never. Yeah, that's it.
And did you ever fire a client?
Yes, we have. Unfortunately, there were 3 clients that we had to fire, and 2 of them were actually abusing our team members. And so they were the key reasons, and one was another reason. But yeah,
I think that's a very important thing. Many agencies ignore. They should take an action, because ultimately your team should not get demotivated because of that. And whoever is doing that, any client who's doing that, I think वो long run में काम का कभी नहीं होगा. So if someone does not value people as people, तो हालांकि we should keep them aside. I think that's a good this thing. So what was the smallest project you accepted till date?
it was for 3,000 rupees, where initially when we started, we had no clients. So we wanted some money flow, and we wanted people to know. So we created a logo for a client of ours, and for that we had charged nominal fee of 3,000.
Okay, 3,000 rupees का. हाँ, boss, it's never bad to start small. कर सकते हैं. Then sometimes depends. Sometimes you may want to prove yourself, उसके लिए करते. Sometimes you want to maybe give them an opportunity. Approach किया है, थोड़ा ठीक है करके दे देते हैं type का. Okay, then how many clients do you make for every 10 clients you pitch?
Actually, we have never pitched. I'll again say we have never pitched. Whatever clients we have are either the clients whom I used to work with previously in my Bangalore days. And it's not that I've pitched them that, hey, I've started my own agency. When they came to know that I've started my own agency, they have reached out to me. And the majority of clients that I've acquired later on are the ones who are also giving me a new set of clients. So I've never done marketing for myself. I've never done marketing for my agency.
So it's totally inbound. That's what.
Yeah, totally inbound.
And the conversion rate will be very high when inbound and referral business comes.
Yes.
So finally, the last question is: did you anytime feel like quitting the agency?
No. Simply being because I love digital marketing and I live and breathe digital marketing. So whatever I do, I love it, and it gives me immense satisfaction and gratitude that I'm in a job, or I'm in doing something that I truly love. So yeah.
So thank you, Vivek. It was really a great episode where we could touch upon interesting aspects, and I see the enthusiasm with which you're running an agency. And for all the co-agency owners, I would like to tell that never run an agency dragging it. Enjoy it, set up the right team, accept the right clients, reject the bad clients. That's where I think the joy comes in. बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं कि they keep working with the bad clients also because of whatever reasons. So thank you, Vivek, once again for coming on Agency 007.
Thank you. Pleasure having you.